Wirtz is struggling to adapt. But what if I told you that the problem wasn't just with Wirtz or him adapting to the team, but rather the team adapting to Wirtz? Today, we're not asking if Wirtz is good enough. We're asking why, when he makes these brilliant, game-changing runs, the ball so often doesn't find him. Let's dive into a quick tape. Let's have a look here. See there where Wirtz is and doesn't get the ball. Hugs the post in frustration. Here's another one. Look at that run of Wirtz there. Does he get the ball? No. Not at all. It happens again. Here we see Salah square the ball to Wirtz. Nope. Selfishly goes for it himself. And it's saved. Yeah, again. Square the ball to Wirtz. Nope. Look at his frustration there. Opportunity missed. Here we go. Ekatike, give the ball to Wirtz. Nope. Look at that. So looking at that, that makes a very, very interesting dynamic for us over here if we see at some of the things that's actually been happening on the field when it comes to Florian Wirtz. Now, first, let's just establish what Wirtz does best. You know, he's not a speedster who runs in behind like a Darwin or Ekatike. He's not a winger who hugs the touchline like Mo. He's a genius in those half spaces. You know, he operates on those dangerous corridors between the fullback and the centre backs. And his movement is all about timing, all about finding those little pockets of space, and most importantly, making runs that demand a specific, incisive pass. And this is where the disconnect is happening. You know, our current crop of midfielders and attackers are wired to play a certain way. They used to, I think, Darwin's direct vertical runs. They used to Mo's curve runs behind the defense. And Wirtz offers something different. And it's the synapses. They aren't quite firing yet. And we kind of just seen this in the clips that we've just watched, you know. If you take a look at Wirtz over there, he's not just standing still. He makes those subtle, intelligent, you know, check away from the defender. Just in that pocket of space, and he's now in a perfect position, you know, on the half turn with the entire game in front of him. And you know, this is his office. This is where he's most dangerous, and that is why we acquired him. The pass is on, it's tight, it's a line-breaking pass, but it's a pass, you know, of Mo Salah's quality. He can make that. He needs to do that. And that gets us in. That gets us the goal. That makes the difference. We saw it in the match against Manchester United, for example, where we could have used that type of goal, and Wirtz was getting in those spaces all of the time. But the frustrating thing is, the moment it's gone, he plays it safe. Question is, why does that happen? Well, I believe there are three reasons. And the first one is the trust gap. You know, he's a new team player. Established players already there, they have their chemistry, and they kind of want to go with that, and they want to stick with that. But with Wirtz, you know, the instinct isn't there yet. You know, there's a split-second hesitation. Is he going to be there? Is the pass going to be right? And in the Premier League, now at the moment, that split second, that's a difference between a chance and a turnover, and we've seen that. The second thing is the pass profile. The pass Wirtz needs is different. You know, it's not a lofted ball or a cross from the back post. It's penetrated. It's zipped around passes into a congested area. That's where he does that. You know, it's high risk, but it's high reward. And I think a lot of the Liverpool players are playing it safe, but Wirtz demands, you know, the difficult thing. The tactical wiring, I think our system is still taking time to get there. It's built on pace, and it's built on power. But a player like Wirtz has that finesse, which is different. You know, he's got that explosive run quickly in. But I think it's more nuanced than Liverpool's players are used to playing. And they need to get on board with that tactic. Now, the question is, how do we fix this? Can we even fix this? How does the team start to unlock Wirtz? And we know he is in there. We know that. We can see that. But I don't think this is about a major tactical overhaul. It's about refinement over here. And this will come on the training ground. We need a little bit of that. And they need to drill all of these patterns until the pass becomes second nature. That's the way we're going to do it. And we've got to be encouraging risk. The manager needs to empower the players like a Zabozlai or a McAllister, and Frimpong when he's better, to attempt the pass, even if it gets cut out sometimes. And the reward of getting Wirtz on the ball in those positions is worth a few lost possessions sometimes. And Wirtz's own application, and to be fair to Florian, he can help himself here. He might need to be more vocal, more demonstrative in his demands. He needs to do that. But he needs to make his runs even harder, more decisive. And I think that will erase the doubt in the passer's mind. Now, looking ahead to the Nottingham Forest game on the weekend, this is the perfect game to get this to work, or to work on this if they want to. If those deep pockets of space Wirtz loves is there, the key is to unlock it. But the thing is, whether his teammates will be there, to play that pass that breaks the lines, The talent is undeniable, and the system can accommodate him. And for now, it's about building that connection. That's what they should be working on, that unspoken understanding. And once that clicks, I think the real Florian Wirtz will show, and it will be a beautiful thing when we unlock that. I surely am excited to see that. So the next game is on Saturday. Kicks off at 5 o'clock here, South African Standard Time. I'm excited to see that, and I hope that they've taken this international break to really consider that. I hope that they'll be working on that in training this week and looking to unlock Wirtz. I mean, if we've been seeing this, I'm sure that the tactical staff and the technical staff also would have been keeping their eyes on this. I mean, this is exactly why we've acquired Wirtz. And this is why, he is in the team, why he looks dangerous in those positions and in those moments, and he needs to be utilized as such. This was the breakdown for Tactical Tuesday this week. If you like this, smash that like button, hit the subscribe. We are building a community focusing on the tactics of Liverpool Football Club, and hence the name Red Tactics with Neil. And I will definitely catch you on the next one. And as always, up the Reds.